Hello students, I welcome you all to IIT Biology channel. In this video we are going to talk about the different strategies in order to crack the IIT JAM Biotechnology exam, and in that I am going to talk about the complete 1 year plan in order to crack this exam. Now point number one, which you have to very much clarified about, that is the mathematics, right? The maths which create a problem to a lot of the students when they are start preparing for this examination. Now most of the students, whether it's offline or it's online, it's online, they ask me just one question, that sir, maths is creating a problem. And my dear friend, let me tell you one thing, math is that one subject which you can leave when you are not able to crack something examination or any kind of the interview or anything. There should not be just one factor that should be abandoning you from cracking this exam, right? So in mathematics, if you're not able to get the all important topics, don't try to study each and every topics. This is not required. For example, what I mean to say is that if you are studying about the trigonometry, don't go into the deeper sections of this particular topic, because see, you are not a mathematician, right? And no students in IIT JAM has been able to get the 90% of the marks, right? So if you are able to get the 90% marks, it means that you are being able to solve the mathematics portions also, right? So don't get panic about the mathematics, right? First of all, this was very much important. That is why I have tried to mention the mathematics topic in the very first or the in the initial stages of the video. So regarding the fact that when you are start preparing for something, first try to collect the materials, right? What are those important materials? Go to the official site of the IIT JAM. Whether you are preparing for the GATE exam or the IIT JAM, go for the authentic material, the sources that has been provided to you from the official site, right? So from the official site, you have to download the paper of 2023, and then you have to go for 2024, and then you have to go for the 2025, right? So this is the important set of the papers you have to collect right now. And one more important thing, this is being conducted by an IIT, so be very much clear with your the problems, the strategies that you are preparing for, right? It means that this is an exam conducted by IIT, so they are going to release the forms in the month of September. So start your preparation from taking to the consideration that exam is going to get conducted into February, and they will release the form in September. See, the moment when the form of any examination get released, it is that particular time when the anxiety level start hitting, right? It is at the topmost priority, top notch level, right? So in order to search whether you are going to get something as a good rank or as a good IIT, you have to start prepare from way back when you started thinking at the initial stage that you have to crack this exam, right? So first of all, mathematics, try to study only that much topic which you can digest. Never ever try to study each and everything of the mathematics, right? You are not a mathematician, first of all. Now let us try to break these strategies into months, then later on days, then weeks. Let us talk about months. See, this is the month of April. This video is being published in the month of the April, so leave April, and as I have said you earlier, the month which I am talking about, don't count that particular month, right? You start to preparing for it from whether you are doing your BSc or you have taken your drop, right? So BSc in month of May, right? In month of May, you have to prepare, you have to start prepare your chemistry portion. See, this is very important. I have said that you can leave the mathematics, but you don't have the right to leave the chemistry section. Why I am saying this thing? Now keep this thing in your mind, that chemistry contains organic, it contains inorganic, it contains physical, right? And the most toughest part, which I consider the toughest part, is the organic. Most of the people say that it's physical. I don't think it's physical, because they give you certain graphical based question, or they give you the NAT type questions. If you commit a mistake, there is not going to be a problem, right? That hardcore problem that might deduct your marks, it doesn't contain any kind of the negative marks. In physical chemistry, you cannot give any kind of theory. For God's sake, I don't know whether they can give it also. I don't know. They can give. They are the IITs, they are the good professors, they can give the questions in this. So but according to me, what I have searched from the last 20 years, when I see the papers, so the only thing which I consider is that in the physical chemistry portion they are not going to give you any kind of theory, right? They will give you only numerical, so the graphical based question, and I have made the different strategies video. You can try to search it out in my playlist section, right? Now in organic section, you have to give the month of May, right? May, it is very important, May. Then in organic you can leave some portions, you can go with the SPD and F block elements, you can read some basics of the coordination chemistry, right? These are the things which you can consider in the month of the May, and you can regularly study this thing for 1 hours, right? Now in physical chemistry portion, what is that one thing you have to keep into your mind? Physical chemistry I'm sorry, physical chemistry is that thing which create an equal aura like a physics create for the biology student, right? So first of all, clarify your theory, right? If you are not clarifying your theory directly, don't jump into the mathematical portion of this particular topic, right? This is not going to give you anything right now. As far as this physical chemistry is concerned, the only point you need to keep into your mind is that you have to study, tackle down, note down the important points of the physical chemistry, the theoretical portions that are going to be considered very much important, right? Now listen to me carefully. Chemistry has to be given regular 2 hours from month of the May. I am not counting April, because you have to collect the materials, you have to purchase the book, you have to purchase the important notes for this particular thing. Whether you can join the coachings also, that doesn't matter. I am here to tell you the strategies, not to just publicize or politicize or any kind of the coaching institute, right? I'm not here for this. So point number 2 which you have to consider is that chemistry has to be given the 2 hours from the month of the May, right? Put this star mark, put this stick this into your wall, and try to maintain this discipline, right? The indisciplined student are getting abandoned by the exams, right? It is not that one who is preparing very hard for the exams, right? Now we will not talk about the different types of the cutoffs which have been prepared by the IITs. We are only talking about the subject strategies, right? So we are done with mathematics, we have done with chemistry. Now it's time to jump upon physics, right? Now let me erase this first. What does the physics contains? The physics is the only thing, the physics was the only reason I think you people started doing your right, you started doing your BSc, that we have to leave the physics. And now you are going to get the same physics with same syllabus which you have left 2 to 3 years back into your intermediate, right? You people have left this, and this is becoming a nightmare for the students, because most of the questions are being asked from the Newtonian mechanics, right? Newtonian mechanics. This is creating a problem for the student, because in earlier classes they also were not able to tackle down this, and now also they are not able to get into this too much, right? So in this case, what you have to do, see, Newtonian mechanics is not that important as far as IIT JAM Biotechnology exam is concerned, right? This is not very much important. But what is that important is that optics. See, optics questions has been, whether it is your GAT-B or whether it is your IIT JAM, right? They ask you the questions from the optics, whether it is wave or whether it is ray optics. They ask this question. You know, very important question. You people start imagining that the physics portions is very tough, so they will give you the numerical. No. First point you have to keep into your mind is that the physics which is very much relevant to the medical perspective or the biotechnology perspective, that is going to be being asked. Now, for example, radioactivity. They will ask you from the nuclei. Semiconductors, they might ask you from the semiconductor, because you know semiconductor utilization have been directly put forward into your biology sections. The biosensor, if you might know this thing. Bioinformatics, this is very much important. If bioinformatics is not purely being included into your IIT JAM Biotechnology syllabus, but it has been included into your GAT-B syllabus, right? So if you will start considering this, you will realize this one thing, that the chapters are collapsing somewhere, right? So in physics portion, the same thing has to be applied which has been applied to the chemistry. First start reading the theory portion. Don't try to create such panic scenario for all of you, right? If you start creating the panic scenario, the problem is that you people start imagining that there will be too much of the numericals, too much of the questions. The questions will not be asked from the numerical perspective. They ask, but they don't completely rely on the numericals. They are only testing your basic skills. They're not testing your how much faster you are in the numericals, right? There is some AI and all these things for that. We have to be very much analytical, right? Now for example, we are studying the NMR, we are studying the any kind of the techniques. I am going to discuss this thing in biology sections, but remember one thing is, try to study those physics portions which are being collapsed, right? If the one subject which is being collapsed into the another subject, that question, have you drawn a Venn diagram? You might have practiced this, whether you have given any kind of the examination. Venn diagram, see, this portion is called the collapse portion. If this portion, for example, this was the physics portion and this was the biology portion, right? So if this physics portion is collapsing with the biology, right, they will give you the questions from this. Not they are going to give, they give, I'm not saying that they are not giving these questions, but in most of the cases they try to give this important biotechnological aspects, right? So we are done with mathematics, physics and chemistry. Now comes the very favorite portion for which you have been waiting from long time, I think. Now let us go. Okay, so let me erase all this thing. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm taking your time. Okay, so we are done with this. Now let us talk about biology. Now biology, this is a rank deciding portion, right? And this is your important topic. In fact, biology contains a lot of topics, so it is bulky also, right? Bulky also. See, physics is also bulky. If you will look at the syllabus, you will find out that physics is also bulky, but the thing is that they didn't ask you a lot of questions from physics, right? So the most important thing is that you have to finish the course till December. Never ever try to cross the month of this December. After that, you have to do the revision, solve the mock test series from whatever coaching institute you have taken. There is not any problem. You can take our also. We have also provided. In fact, we are going to provide the videos also very soon, the recorded lectures. In the comment section, if you will tell me that when should I release, I will be releasing that video by that time. Right? But please put down your comment into the comment section, right? Now till December you have to prepare all these things. After I'm sorry, after December, in January and the mid of the February, if they are taking the exam in February starting week or in the later on, doesn't matter, you have to complete your revision and all the aspects till January, right? And remember the motto, you don't have to just qualify this exam, you have to top this particular exam, you have to be into top 50s, then you are going to get IIT, because there are very much less IITs for the biotechnology aspirants, right? So till the month of the December you have to practice all these things. Rank deciding biology portion, so you have to start with techniques. Listen to me carefully what I am saying. Techniques is very important, because if you are not considering techniques, see, you are going to get your MSc, and into your last 2 semesters there are going to be dissertation, project work, and IIT, which is conducting your MSc exam in biotechnology. Do you think that they will consider you a very mega star without considering the techniques? No way. Either if they are not considering this here, then they will ask you the questions in their viva when the time will approach, right? You know, the first semester, second semester will get over, then in the third and fourth semester अच्छे से फिर वो लोग एग्जाम लेंगे आपका, ठीक है? So you have to take this into the consideration. So technique, start giving the time right now. NMR spectroscopy, then there is your UV visible FTIR, Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy, then you have to go with the chromatographic techniques, then you have to go with the PCR, the different types of the PCR, then ELISA, then RIA, enzyme linked immunosorbence assay test, then there is a radio immunoassay test, right? Then there is a tunnel test. All the different tests, start preparing from right now. Go into the deeper section, because if you have to go for the JRF also, they are giving a lot of questions in the part C from this techniques portion. So you have to consider this. This is very, very, very important. Mark my word, a lot of questions are going to get asked from this particular topic. Now the second important topic is genetics. See, if you haven't done your genetics and mole bio properly, you cannot solve the questions of the techniques. Keep this in mind. Technique doesn't mean that it only consider about the NMR and UV vis. How you apply this technique portions, this is very much mandatory, and this has to be considered. Genetics and mole bio, these are the very important topics. You have to keep this into your mind, right? Then genetics, mole bio, then techniques. Then after that you have to go with plant physio. Plant physio is important, it's very scoring, right? Then there is your animal physio, and there is animal Animal physio is also very important. Animal physiology directly linked with the mole bio. See, this mole bio, and see, biochemistry is very important. Why biochemistry is important? Sir, you are telling each and every topic is very important. See, biology is very important. Consider the biology a very important topic, a very important subject. But in that, see, immuno questions are also being asked, immunotechnics questions are also being asked. So what is that? One thing you have to keep into your mind is that the list of the important topics in the biology which I have mentioned on this particular slide. Try to prepare this and complete this before the month of the September. If you complete this topic very strongly till the month of the September, after that you can complete the rest of the portions in the last 2-3 months also, right? They are not so, immuno is not that much tough, right? You have to prepare some of the CD markers, you have to prepare the B markers, you have to prepare the T cell markers, right? That they ask you the direct questions from that. Now if they will merge or fuse it with the techniques, so that is going to be the another perspective, right? So these were the some important points which I have tried to collect, very important topics which you have to keep into your mind when you are dealing with this, specifically with the IIT JAM Biotechnology examination. So complete the course till the month of the December. What I have mentioned on the biology, you have to complete it till September, and after that reconsider, reconstruct, and then start preparing. Make short notes, try to utilize the A4 sheet papers, right? If you are preparing it on pad, writing it on any kind of the tablet, that is another thing. You can also prepare from that also. Try to read NCERT. Why I am saying NCERT in the last? Because you know, most of the people, there was one question being asked in streptokinase. On streptokinase they have asked the questions, and this question was being asked into the DBT JRF examination. Now you understand what I'm trying to say. They are asking the NCERT based question, they are asking the basic questions. The basic questions are being asked, and the students start thinking what kind of the tough questions which was being presented by the examiner. I don't know. That was not tough, that was the basic question, right? So student, start considering this, was what I have mentioned. This video was very important in English because most of the student, if I have done something wrong in my fluency, in my rhythm, if there was something wrong, I would apologize with all of you, because most of my South Indian students and most of the students have requested me personally. They messaged me and they have commented down in the comment section that sir, it will be very much beneficial if you tell me the strategy, if you tell us this strategy in English. So this was for all those students, and if you think that video was perfect, video was fine, then you can like this video, you can share this video with your friends and students. What topic you want to study, what lecture you want, right? Please try to mention this into the comment section, and I have posted a poll, right? You can go there and mention that which topic you want, right? And I have mentioned only 4 topics, but if you don't like all 4 topics, you can mention the next topic into the comment section. I will make the video on that. Okay, so thank you so much for giving you precious time onto my channel. Love you all.